At a town hall meeting, someone yelled out that if they cut Medicare and SNAP, people will die. Then a senator, Joni Ernst, got up on that stage and said, well, we're all going to die. So when someone said that if you guys cut Medicare and SNAP, people will die, your response is, well, we're all going to die? How does that even make any fucking sense to say? All right, if we're all going to die, then how about you, as the senator, give up all of your Medicare and all of your benefits? Give up everything. Give up all the benefits that you got. Since we're all going to die. Like, that's the weird shit. They always say the weird shit out loud on accidents, like a Freudian slip. But that basically is saying, like, well, the wealthy people, we're going to be good. Everyone's going to die. Like, if we cut the, Medicare and SNAP, whatever, regardless of that, everyone's going to die anyway. The wealthy people are all going to have all of their shit together to be able to continue on. But, like, everyone's going to die. So, like, who cares? Like, bitch, what? You're going to cut stuff because everyone dies anyways? But, like, basically you're speeding up the process of people passing away if you cut these programs. But y'all don't care because everyone's going to die anyway. It's like, bitch, then give up what you got. Give up everything that you have, everything that makes you feel safe, and everything that, you get that helps you. Give that up then. Like, if everyone's going to die anyway. But the thing is, they're not going to do that as government officials. Like, they're just saying that shit because they don't care about the people. And that's really fucking crazy to say.
We all are going to die. So when you are arguing about illegals that are receiving Medicaid benefits, 1.4 million, 1.4, they are not eligible. So they will be coming off. So people are not, well, we all are going to die. So, for heaven's sakes.
How quickly has MAGA gone from we are ushering in a new golden age of America to, well, you're going to get 2 dolls instead of 30 to, well, we're all going to die. Because on January 20th, Donald Trump said the golden age of America begins now. And not 4 months later, Joni Ernst, a MAGA senator from Iowa, tried to console an angry constituent with, well, we are all going to die. And Joni, I get what you're trying to say here, but there's this thing called quality of life. And I know you know what a good quality of life is because you guys are all living like the powdered wig and makeup people from every dystopian movie, as if you never finished the dystopian movies to see what happens to the powdered wig and makeup people in the end. I think that you guys will actually find that Americans do indeed care about quality of life. Personally, I intend to spend the next 40 or 50 years hanging out with my kids, traveling with my wife, eating good food, not standing in a Soviet bread line. There's a pretty famous quote from Thomas Hobbes, one of the philosophers whose ideas founded the United States. He described the state of nature without government or social order as nasty, brutish, and short, which incidentally is exactly how I will describe the MAGA era of American politics to my grandchildren.
Hey, if you live in Iowa, come to the front. I just got one question. What the hell is this?
Hello, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely apologize for a statement that I made yesterday at my town hall. I was in the process of answering a question that had been asked by an audience member when a woman who was extremely distraught screamed out from the back corner of the auditorium, "People are going to die." And I made an incorrect assumption that everyone in the auditorium understood that, yes, we are all going to perish from this earth. So I apologize. And I'm really, really glad that I did not have to bring up the subject of the tooth fairy as well.
In case you don't know who that was Joni Ernst, a Republican senator from Iowa, the same one that told her constituent at a town hall that we're all going to perish anyways. What you just saw was a fake apology video at a cemetery. Why is she there? Who put her there? That woman should not be governing anybody. She should be in a straitjacket, locked up somewhere, because she is out of her mind. Look, I don't care how she got there. Whether y'all were sleeping at the wheel and she slipped by, or you put her there. I hope you understand the assignment. 2026. Get her out. Vote. Remove her. Democrat. Pick somebody that actually cares whether you're alive or not. Look, I'm not going to judge you. I live in Texas. We got Ted Cruz and John Cornyn. We all got work to do. I'll do my part. You do yours. Sounds good? Let's get these crazies out of here. No more of this, please. This person should not be anywhere near any kind of local, state, federal government seat. Period. Stay hopeful. Trust your gut. And always know, as long as you're not that, you are definitely not crazy.
Republican has admitted to not reading the full budget bill before voting on it. This time, Marjorie Taylor Greene has admitted that she did not know of a certain section in the bill that prohibits AI regulation within states. Marjorie Taylor Greene issued a new statement saying, quote, "Full transparency, I did not know about this section on pages 278 and 279 of the big, beautiful budget bill that strips states of the right to make laws or regulate AI for 10 years. I adamantly oppose to this, and it is a violation of states' rights, and I would have voted no if I had known this was in there." Members of Congress, no matter what party they are in, should be required to read the entire piece of legislation they are voting on before they vote on it. And here, Marjorie Taylor Greene just admitted not to reading it, failing to read it, and as a result, abdicating her duties as a member of Congress. And yes, the piece of legislation that she's talking about would prohibit AI regulation for 10 years among states. Very dangerous. Spread the word.
I'm shocked you guys haven't connected the dots yet. Like, how have you guys... Okay, let's talk about it. There's two bills, the Take It Down Act and the Big Beautiful Bill. They go hand in hand, and together they quietly shift power away from us and hand it to the people at the top. Okay, now first, the Take It Down Act. It gives the government and tech companies the power to delete your content within 48 hours. I made 2 videos about this. You guys can go watch if you have any questions. Just because someone claims it's intimate content, no judge, no proof, no due process. In the word intimate, it includes lascivious exhibition. I hope I'm saying that right. A term so vague it's been used to take down everything from swimsuit photos to protest videos. Now let's take a look at the Big Beautiful Bill. Tucked inside of this big beautiful bill, it says for the next 10 years, states aren't allowed to make their own laws about artificial intelligence. So if an AI system denies you a loan, marks you as a low priority patient, or screens you out of a job unfairly, your state cannot step in to protect you. You guys, this is insane. Only the federal government and tech companies get to decide how AI is used. Not you, not your community, and not your governor. Just big tech and the federal government. So here's what these two laws really do. The Take It Down Act takes away your voice, okay? The Big Beautiful Bill takes away your protections. Okay, and both hand more power to the federal government and big tech while taking it away from you. They are gaining more and more control while our power is being quietly stolen. And the worst part is they have the audacity to cover it all up by claiming they're protecting victims. But no, they are not protecting victims. What they're really protecting is their control. You guys, Trump has literally stated about the Take It Down Act that he's going to use it for himself. If this act was really for, protecting non-consensual sexual posts, what sexual posts does Trump have out there that he wants taken down? Maybe the memes with him and Elon Musk, you guys? The artificial AI memes? Oh, wait, but the Big Beautiful Bill has this thing where they're not letting the states protect people when it comes to AI. So people can post these AI memes, let's say. The federal government and big tech companies can take down those memes, and your state has nothing they can do about it because they can't protect you. How has nobody put 2 and 2 together? Ah!
While I do agree that this country would be in a much better place if women didn't have the ability to vote, because the majority of women are overly emotional, voting for people who are also too far overly emotional, voting for things that don't even fucking matter in this world. I fear I must tell you, Democrats, that women still do have the option and the ability to vote, and women will not get their ability to vote taken away by Republicans. As much as you want that to be true and as much as you're pushing that narrative, it's not actually the case. You just need to show proof that you're a legal citizen in this country. You just need to be able to show your passport, your driver's license, your marriage certificate, if you change your last name, how you changed your last name, you need to show your birth certificate, I don't know, any documentations that you have with your original last name and your married last name, which any walking, breathing adult who's a normal standard citizen should have. Even in emergency situations, you have access to those documents. You can go to pretty much most government issued websites. You take your little phone, you type it in, how do I get these documents, and you can get it shipped over to you. You want to know how I knew? No, because I got my social security card stolen like 10 years ago. It was stolen out of DC. And you know what I did? I went online and I got myself a new social security card. It was the exact same thing. It wasn't hard to do. It took like a couple weeks to come in. And to be quite frank, if you guys are really that worried about people not having the documentation, people who don't keep track of their proper effective documentation to being a citizen, like their driver's license, their passport, their birth certificate, any of that, like if you literally don't have those around and you don't know where they are, then you're not responsible and you probably shouldn't have the ability to vote. Because if you're not willing to take care of yourself and your future and the documents that you need to exist as an adult in this world, well, then you're probably not responsible enough to cast a vote that's going to affect millions of people in the United States. So again, I go back to the fact of, while I do think that this country would be a much better place if the mass majority of women didn't have the ability to vote, I again fear, I must tell you, that that's not happening. Your Democratic leadership, yeah, they're lying to you, again. And clearly if they genuinely believe that this is voter suppression, or they're trying to take away women's rights to vote, or people of color's ability to vote, yeah, they clearly don't know how to read bills. It's all laid out there in the bill exactly what's needed. And that makes me now second guess, why are you electing people into office who don't even know how to read a bill or believe that people of color don't have documentation? That's actually wild and quite racist.
Everyone keeps asking, what are we going to do now that we're in a constitutional crisis? How do we get our freedom back? Freedom back from what exactly? Even if Donald Trump disappeared tomorrow, the most frightening part about a constitutional crisis is the fact that once everybody's eyes are awake to the fact that the Constitution doesn't prevent the president from taking over all three branches of government, there's no coming back from that. Once we realize that the Supreme Court is a kangaroo court that really has no arm of enforcement and can't make the president do anything, there's no coming back from that. The system that we live under almost doesn't even exist anymore. So you're telling me that some other Republican who used to be a Trumpian is going to possibly take over the presidency again in the future and not try and defy the court in the same exact way now that Trump has proven that there are no guardrails for the presidency outside of the honor system that most presidents have played along with up to this point. There's nothing stopping a J.D. Vance from trying this exact same thing. Like, the phrase "get our freedom back," I don't even know what that means anymore. This whole thing makes our Constitution feel nothing more than words on paper, meaningless, weak. It makes our judicial system feel like a show, a circus, nothing more than a little frivolity. Most nations, when they go down this road, they don't just get to go back to the way it was before. It has to be completely rebuilt. I'm sorry to say, but the American exceptionalism propaganda that we've been fed all our lives has convinced us that we're the exception to the rule, and we are not. We are never going to be able to go back to the way it was before. Ever. Donald Trump stole that version of America from us.
I'm Iowa Senator Joni Ernst. My staff is forcing me to make a video about my words at my town hall meeting. A liberal yelled out at me that my actions cutting food stamp benefits and health care for the poor would make people. I mistakenly made the assumption that everyone in that room knew that people, which is why I'm in the middle of a cemetery making this video. Look. people. I'm just grateful that I didn't have to broach the topic of the tooth fairy, trickle-down economics, or Republicans with a heart, because none of those are real, you morons. But if you will accept my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, into your heart, you can eat when you die.
Cut.
Great, Admiral. Let's go behind that tombstone and fuck.